we reading that?
All right. Welcome to Gen X Rated Thursday edition. Uncle Bill, Gino, how we doing today?
I'm good. What is it? It's Thursday?
It's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No major complaints.
You guys have any
Waiting
hockey
for
this
the,
week?
It's
Any
been
hockey?
slow. They
Any
actually
hockey?
canceled my ice on Tuesday because the Zamboni wasn't working. Our traditional donut night was canceled, but we'll pick it up in January.
What's a donut night?
Christmas Eve, the escape before Christmas Eve, I bring a couple dozen donuts out and have donuts and beer.
Are they specialty donuts? Or are you one of those weak ass bitches that goes to Dunkin' like you're from Boston?
Some of it's a pretty good variety, a pretty good selection. It's from a
Old Town Donuts.
Old Town Donuts, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, there's a shout out to Old Town Donuts. Good job, Old Town Donuts. My wife is a donut connoisseur.
Love donuts.
And she has a specialty donut place in Omaha she likes to go to called Hertz Donuts. They have ambulances called emergency donut vehicles and shit. If you need
so
donuts real
good.
fast.
That's
But they're good. They have some really good shit. Especially
Nice.
this Jesus donut that's made of like fucking churro and cinnamon and some shit. I think it's
Wow.
literally called the Jesus donut or some shit. I don't know. It's good. And I like sacrilegion too. So
Yeah.
Well, and I'd rather have donuts than some of those cupcake places. It's like so much sugar, injected with sugar, covered in sugar.
Too much icing.
Pass out.
I take the icing off. I hand it straight to Melissa, and I just eat the cake because I'm all about the cake. And the icing's too much. It's just too fucking much.
It's too much. It's
Since
way
I was
too
a kid, icing is like too much for me.
Well, and it's
Mhm.
such a delicacy. Some of this, they'll inject it with, some other sugar-based whatever. It just gets to be too much. Now, if you give
Sure.
Uncle Bill more than half of one of those, he's out cold on the couch. within 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sugar coma.
Yeah, I'm done.
I hope Bill does today because I'm going to amp him up.
Let's do it.
Light him up with some shit. I'm going to light him up with some shit today.
Yeah, yeah.
If we get to some politics, I mean, I know today's all about
We will.
Christmas and shit. So
No, we are
Listen.
definitely going to hit some politics. I'm sorry about that. We can start with the Christmas list of songs, whether they're rock, pop, or traditional, that are
Well, no,
favorites. I'll probably start with Uncle Bill's list of Christmas favorites.
Oh man. Well, at the very tip top of my list is Father Christmas by the Kinks. Love that song.
Father Christmas, I like it.
It's awesome. Best song ever.
Hold
I'd
on.
have to say. And these guys,
There's
dude, you
Run
cannot
DMC.
leave out Run DMC. Just
Agreed.
can't.
It's a
Good
classic.
it's the reason Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That song right there.
Yes.
So,
So true.
anyway,
100%.
what else you got, Bill?
Let me just throw that up. That's your Father Christmas, obviously.
Oh yeah, Father Christmas,
It's
the
awesome.
Kinks.
Yeah.
Classic.
Love it.
go ahead.
Addresses inequality. Give all the toys to the little rich boys.
That's right.
Yep.
What else you got?
Springsteen, Santa Claus is coming to town. That's a good one. Really like
That's
that
a
one.
cover, right? Obviously. Do we know
Oh,
the
yeah.
original? We know the original of that or no?
He did not write it.
Mm.
I do
So-
not.
Hey,
What?
producer Melissa, who
No, the
originally
original.
sang "Santa Claus is Coming to Town"? We like the Bruce Springsteen version, but I don't know who wrote the original. I'm just curious.
That's a good
What else
question.
you got, Bill?
I got Step Into Christmas, Elton John, before it was ruined by The Gap.
Oh, they overplayed it for a commercial.
Yeah. Does The Gap even exist anymore?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
For sure.
Do they? Okay.
yeah. The Gap,
Uh,
Old Navy. Yeah.
Chuck Berry, absolutely.
hmm
Run Rudolph, which everybody loves.
Run Rudolph.
Classic.
Love that song. Christmas All Over Again, the late great Tom Petty.
You know,
Tom
you
Petty.
stole that from me. Let's be honest here. Stolen.
There's
So
gonna be
you just
places
went
where
straight for
our
the
lists
fucking
are gonna
rock
react.
shit. You're like showing your boomerism, favoritism here by just literally doing all fucking boomer Christmas rock
All right.
songs.
Well, let's jump into some John Lennon. I got this
Mm-hmm.
recommendation from a Gen Zer. I might
Yeah,
add.
no, that's a great song. I love that song.
Classic. Also, this was pushed out maybe
Everyone's going to put that on their list.
Yeah,
Mariah
that's definitely
Carey?
on my
The
list
most
for sure.
overplayed Christmas song ever, but you got to hear it a few times a year, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. It's not
I know,
Christmas
by the
time
way,
if you don't.
folks, she says in several interviews that she wrote that shit and her inspiration came from A, B, and C. She had nothing to do with fucking writing that shit. She just sang it in the fucking studio. Just, you know. And she's one of those people that has convinced herself, you know, how you can tell yourself something enough that you convince yourself. She's convinced she wrote that shit, and she did
Oh,
not.
the Costanza rule. It's not a lie if you truly believe it.
She's Costanza ruling all over that fucking song because, for fuck's sake, you did not write it, and you did not. It wasn't some sort of inspiration. Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yep.
not a Christmas song, but certainly for the
Right.
holidays.
It's
Might
not
be.
the
I would
holidays
say.
without it. Absolutely.
This country is what, 2% Jewish. This is definitely a Christmas song because all Christians like it. We all fucking sing it. Well,
Mhm.
I said we, former Christian, but
Drink
yeah,
your
I would
gin and
definitely say
tonica, smoke your marijuana.
Good stuff.
I would
Well,
definitely say that's a Christmas song.
and
It's
then you
classic.
could find out who was actually Jewish or partially Jewish. Very informative.
And there's a lot of mutts out there too that
Oh.
you're part Christian, you're part Jewish, whatever.
That's
So that's
right.
definitely a Christmas song that
Tom
everybody
Cruise
listens
isn't,
to.
but I heard his agent is.
That's right.
Exactly.
Classic.
Please Come Home for Christmas, the Eagles.
Okay. You are really fucking boomering it up today, dude.
Tell you what.
I'm not even going to put you in a timeout. I thought you would like come out with something like, do they know it's Christmas, you know, or like Band-Aid or some shit.
Oh,
But
let's go there because that is on my list, but
mhm.
I have some thoughts about that where maybe it didn't age that well. It sounds kind of condescending.
Well, what
like-
year was it? 1983-ish? 1981-ish?
Yeah, no, 80, was it 84? 83,
Okay.
84?
Okay, so early 80s, around the time you were graduating from college. Sure. I was just
High
kidding.
school.
Anyway, what's your biggest? How did it not age well?
It sounds almost condescending, like, oh, do these poor starving people in Africa know it's Christmas?
Mm.
I think that's the least of their concerns. I really don't think that's an issue.
It was 1984, by the way.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we're saying a lot of white guilt got that song played quite a bit then. Yeah, I get what I
Perhaps.
totally get what you're saying. I never even liked the fucking song anyway.
It's okay.
I'm more
I mean,
of a We Are the World type of person. I don't know what it is about that song or the making of that fucking song. It was just complete chaos. If you ever watch a documentary on how they fucking make that song, it's fucking watching Stevie Wonder teach Bob Dylan how to sing like Bob Dylan might be the best part of the fucking documentary.
Crazy,
Fucking fantastic. Yeah, Bob Dylan had no idea how to sing his part. And Stevie's like, hey, Bob, why don't you do it like this? There goes a time. And he just literally fucking mimics Bob Dylan perfectly. Bob Dylan's fucking laughing. Then Bob Dylan goes into the fucking studio and nails that Stevie Wonder impression of Bob Dylan perfectly. But you can't beat that shit, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I understand. Do they know it's Christmas? I would say that's. Yeah, we wouldn't make that song today. We changed the lyrics a little bit.
Maybe it didn't age that well.
So you got anybody else on your list?
I have, and this is going back. Okay, this might be boomer territory, but the Snoopy Christmas song.
How does that one
Christmas
go?
time is here again.
No.
That's not-
Well, that I like that one too, but it's called Snoopy's Christmas by the Royal Guardsmen. It's Snoopy and the Red Baron.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I vaguely.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
the Red Baron
that's
flies
for the
up and
Christmas
says,
special? I
Merry
take it?
Christmas, my friend.
and isn't he
Alright.
driving a doghouse?
Doghouse
Flying a doghouse?
Yeah, Snoopy could fly the shit out
versus
of
the
that
Red
doghouse.
Baron. Was he versus the Red Baron or was he with the Red Baron? I forget.
No, he was versus the Red Baron.
Versus the Red Baron.
But they were, they were friendly combatants, I guess. But yeah,
I gotcha.
that's a song from way back in my early Gen X youth.
You got nothing
Not a
like
boomer.
the
So-
millennials made or the Gen Zers made or the Gen Alphas? You got no songs that they've written that are Christmassy that you like? Or
I guess
you don't
I'm
have any
curious.
Sabrina Carpenter shit out there or Selena Gomez or you got nothing, huh? Just all boomer shit.
Well-
Xer.
Yeah, and they play a lot of the classics about finding mom kissing Santa Claus and stuff.
That's a good
very
one.
popular.
And there
Mhm.
was one, I swear to God, I've heard it, and I can't find it. It's called Surfin' Santa.
Oh yeah, Surfing Santa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely you couldn't find it?
I could not. I don't know. Maybe maybe Google was just giving me a hard time or having a bad
Google
day,
made you a liar today. That's all. That's okay.
as it usually does. But
I thought he was an expert. Fuck.
That's
we'll
cool.
give that a quick run through again because I love that song.
Anybody else?
What else do I
Your
got?
list is extensive.
Wham! Last Christmas.
Oh, I got that. That's Melissa wrote that down at number 2. That's a great Christmas song.
I've
Mhm.
probably heard
dig
it 10 times already. This Christmas season.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
what do you have on your list?
I have Melissa's list because I don't give a fuck about Christmas.
Yes.
Or the manger or baby Jesus or any of that shit. It's
So
all
the
fucking
classic
stupid.
statement from Gene was he had to
But,
babysit baby Jesus in the manger.
Exactly. Altar boy. Altar boy. You make more money at funerals as an altar boy than you do weddings, by the way. If you're ever curious
Oh,
and you're
wow.
going to go into the Catholic game, the Catholic grift, if you're an altar boy, do funerals. The grieving motherfuckers, they pay more. The
Wow.
fucking
Nice. Good to know.
the brides and the grooms are all wrapped up in the narcissism of weddings, so they ain't paying shit. You get lucky if you get
He
anything
paid
there.
enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
pay for the
Melissa's
rest.
list, and this is in no particular order, but I mean, there's a little background on why she likes some of the shit. She had "Do They Know It's Christmas," but I think she had the same issues as you, Bill. But she wanted to put it out there because it's a very Christmas song.
Mhm.
Last Christmas is by Wham. All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole, great song. Happy Christmas. War is Over, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas, Wings.
Really good one.
And
Yeah.
then I think our favorite one, well, my favorite one is 2,000 Miles by Pretenders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a Christmas song about like two lovers that are 2,000 miles apart and miss each other during Christmas time and shit. But I mean, the backstory on this, the whole song is like the whole album she wrote basically, I think in 84. Was it 84? 83, 82 or 83. Every song she wrote was just a depressing song about fucking a dead bandmate and shit because she had two bandmates that have drug overdoses in that time. One they had kicked out of the band, and one died a couple months after they kicked the one guy out of the band. So the songs are really all about her bandmates, but 2,000 Miles is definitely a Christmas song. So go watch the video. But that's a good song. It's just a good song in general. And Chrissy Hines from Akron, Ohio, Firestone High School. Got to give props out to the Ohio people since I'm here. But that's probably my favorite song out of Christmas songs, even though it's depressing.
All right.
That's all I got, man. How about
Pretty
you?
impressive lists. I
Yeah.
would name some of mine, but I threw some out when Uncle Bill was putting his out there. He took a majority of mine.
We did grow up together. So.
Do you have a favorite, or do you just like kind of generally like them all during Christmas time?
I tend to gravitate towards the traditional ones. The rock ones are fine. I wasn't a huge fan of Springsteen and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So back in the day, I was a fan of Springsteen. I did see him quite a bit, but that was not one of my favorites. But I do like the traditional ones that are on, classic Christmas songs, whatever you're hearing in the department store if you ever go there.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's a good one.
Frosty the Snowman.
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. People love
That's a good one. I saw Grandma kissing
That
Santa, or I
cartoon
saw
was
Mommy
on
kissing
yesterday.
Santa Claus.
And
Mommy
Grandma?
was doing more than kissing Santa Claus. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck. Sorry, that's bad Santa.
Bad
Santa is coming.
That's the only scene I can
to
remember
town.
from that fucking movie because it was outrageous and ridiculous. But
Dude, I love that movie. Definitely a Christmas movie.
I'll have to rewatch it.
So before we move away from the Christmas theme today, any traditions or things that you do with your family around? It doesn't have to be necessarily Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but is there any things the Williams do?
The three of us all come from the world of football. So you get really used to not having a fucking traditional Christmas. So
Yeah.
I've been not really fucking with Christmas since I was in college because I always had a football game or some shit.
It's
Or football
understandable.
practice.
I think me and
So
Burns,
there's
we spent Christmas Eve day at the Waffle House right across from the complex. That was
yeah, because you had to
super
work.
exciting.
Yeah, that's basically how my Christmases went. So when I lived in the Falcon Inn next to you guys, I'd usually smoke a pack of cigarettes, put a blindfold on, take apart and put back together the shotgun that Head gave me for Christmas, just for fun because I wanted to see if I could put the thing together blindfolded. And
Full Metal Jacket shout out.
then I'd fall asleep, even though I had gotten invited to Ronnie Medlin's house or like 6 other fucking old linemen's houses for the holidays to eat. I'd usually just pass out and fucking sleep because I didn't like to bother people on their fucking holidays, especially Christmas. I didn't want to bother other fucking families and shit. So I would have done the Waffle House thing with you. Thanks for inviting me, Rob.
Well, it was the 18 hours I got to see her, so it was kind of.
I'm kidding. You very rarely got to see her back then. Of course, you didn't have to invite me, but Bill could have fucking asked me to do something. What were you doing?
Yeah, he
Hanging out
could
with a stripper,
I think
Bill?
we were working. I think we were
You
working.
did. I
think-
went from Waffle House to work.
Oh, no
because,
shit.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Campbell gave
Christmas
you
time
a
for
bit of a
football
pass,
players is work time. That's why all these motherfuckers take vacations the second the season's over. So,
Yep.
For sure.
I
Well
think
earned.
That
yeah,
was
no
that
traditions for me,
game,
really.
right?
And we're not doing anything fancy. Christmas Day, we don't even, I don't know. We pick the food we feel like eating that day, actually. It doesn't really even matter. So there's no rhyme or reason to my Christmases. There's a little Charlie Brown tree that's up year round that just provides light. We never take it anywhere because it's just in the corner. So, yeah, I don't do a lot. How about you guys?
We didn't really do, obviously not super religious either way.
Right.
But I kind of felt like, some of the stuff with our heritage would have been a menorah, which for those of you don't know, part of the story being they only had enough oil for one night, but it lasted for 8. And instead of getting too deep in the weeds, I kind of preferred making it into candle races with my kids. So you got to pick the candle that was going to burn out last.
Mhm.
One night only, generally.
So you are the reason for fucking gambling apps. All of a sudden, everything's fucking, you're betting on candles and shit. It's your fault, Rob.
It's all about the
It
guilt.
was you.
And then
It's
what
all
came
about
with
gambling.
that, which I would do once as well, as I would make, and they're Polish, but I would make latkes, corned beef, applesauce.
And they
sour
How'd you get into
amazing.
that tradition of making that?
once a year only. So it would be requested. I would try and find it to be one of the 8 days where it was official.
Mhm.
And I
Do you
just
make
kind
your
of
own sour cream, or do you buy a special sour? Does that you eat those with sour cream, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sour
And
cream,
applesauce.
applesauce.
Yeah, and applesauce. Okay.
Yeah, delicious.
They look good.
Like I said, I'm not trying to. It was more about tradition, family tradition, less about any of the other parts of it. But it was kind of neat. And then Christmas Eve, we'll do fondue, chocolate,
And Bill, of
cheese.
course, Uncle Bill is always a part of all this because that
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker's attached to your hip. Except for that brief time he lived in San Diego, or that brief time he was calling those 800 numbers in Atlanta when he was all alone, wrecking his life with all that fucking stranger
No, you know what?
sex.
I always came to St. Louis. Even when I lived in California, I came to St. Louis for
sure.
Oh,
the
for
holidays.
Christmas?
Mhm.
Wow. You took some time
Yeah.
off from the whoring. Wow. That's
The
awesome.
food's pretty
Great.
good, okay?
I
got
did
exhausting.
in Bill's whoring years, dude. I thought he was just nonstop. I just thought he was like 3 years straight of like complete whoring, and he ignored everybody, and then he snapped out of it and came back to us. But it looks like he took some breaks.
A couple
Gotta
breaks.
take
in
some breaks,
between.
man. You get tired.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
It's exhausting.
You gotta spend
But, you
time
know-
with the one thing you gotta do during the holidays is spend time with people you like and your family. Even if
sure.
you don't have any traditions, just hanging out with people you like, super
And-
important. So
It
sure,
is.
you know,
It
if you
totally
want-
is. And it's funny, but like people get upset over like, oh, we can't say Merry Christmas anymore. But I always thought of Christmas. It's like it seems non-denominational to me. Like it's something everybody can enjoy. It's not
yeah, it's a money
literally.
grab.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, and
It's-
to Gene's point, it's like just something to fight amongst ourselves about that distracts us.
yeah, which is
I never
stupid.
cared. In fact, my stepdad enjoyed going to church for the songs. Like he, and he was
Good
Catholic.
choir, yeah, sure.
I mean, it's somebody else's tradition. You can embrace it and be okay with it. It doesn't have to be judgy, and I don't have to hate you based on it.
We
Yeah,
never used to let that one asshole like rope us into like some corner about fucking saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Now it
Yeah.
just takes one asshole like Cat Turd on fucking Twitter to like start some fucking war, which apparently he's, and I don't mean to delve off of Christmas and shit, but he's in a war with fucking Dan Crenshaw right now over insider trading because Dan Crenshaw's acting too Reagan Republican or some stupid shit. One guy, one cat turd, never done anything in his life, never fucking served. He weighs fucking 700 fucking pounds. If you've ever seen a picture of this fat bastard, everybody fucking follows him. He's making money off this fucking platform of bullshit and hate. And one guy can just start a fucking little fucking mini war. And then you just fucking read the comments and you're just like, we are just wasting our fucking time. Cat turd doesn't have $1 billion. He's in the same class as all of us, and he's fucking shilling for fucking Elon Musk, who they want to make apparently Speaker of the fucking House or some shit.
Oh my God.
Rand
I
Paul.
thought he was already vice president.
Yeah.
So,
well, actually,
he's definitely he's president.
Actually,
Fucking
he's
Trump's vice president.
And
Yeah.
they're calling Trump the vice president.
Yeah.
This is how close he is to the getting to the Oval Office. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that we're this close to a government shutdown because Musk wants the debt ceiling raised, and they had a deal, but this guy will do whatever he's told to do.
Mhm.
And of course,
Well,
that's a Trumpy bear. And
Since
then
I
you got this guy who approved the deal, but now is walking away from the deal.
Yeah.
And this will not be solved by Democrats because this is literally a Republican MAGA problem. I will say this: under Trump prior, 2018, 2019, we had a shutdown as well. And I pulled up some video this morning of the Coast Guard general and his lieutenant speaking to some of the military that were furloughed. And the bottom line was he was thanking people at food pantries for taking care of our soldiers.
our veterans,
Correct.
our active duty fucking
Yes,
soldiers.
active duty military personnel had to go to the pantries to sustain their livelihood. Unacceptable for
it's
one.
Unacceptable. It's unbelievable. The level of hypocrisy and bullshit that these people throw around. It's disgusting.
It is.
Back to cat turd. How do they get away with it?
I don't know.
One cat turd comes along, picks a topic, DEI, which is just a fancy way of saying, the N-word, or fucking woke, or fucking you're a Ronald Reagan Republican, or a fucking rhino, or just a right-wing nut, whatever the fucking moniker is. They pick that shit. We all start picking sides on that, and we ignore the fact that none of us have fucking good health care. And there you go. And there you go. And that's what we fucking do. That's that's been our MO since I started voting, since fucking Bill Clinton was president, picking fucking sides. And it turns out neither side wants us to have fucking good health care because they're fucking making money off of these goddamn healthcare companies.
Well, and I loved your point about bipartisan. There is bipartisan when it comes to fucking all of us.
Yeah.
That's the thought I have
one
on
thing they
driving
can
back
agree
from
on.
Omaha. Yeah, they can agree on fucking us, on fucking having healthcare, because healthcare is expensive and it should be fucking non-profit, not for fucking profit, and they fucking know it. So they're doing every fucking thing they can in a bipartisan way to make sure we don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
And they'll let their little fucking trolls on the Democratic side or the Republican side troll us into some stupid fucking debate where we're dealing with some small percentage of the fucking population. For instance, the NCAA fucking transgender and NCAA sports.
How many trans athletes are there?
10, maybe 10, maybe 10 at any given time year to year. And there's 550 fucking thousand goddamn NCAA fucking athletes.
Correct.
What are we doing here, motherfuckers? You really gonna fall for that bullshit over fucking 10? These 10 trans athletes we can fucking take care of if we take care of the fucking big things. It will all fucking, I hate to say this, fucking literally trickle down to us in a way that will be fucking positive. But it all starts with fucking healthcare because trans people fucking need fucking care. And they need a certain type of care and a specialized type of care. And you got one fucking side just willing to fucking cut them off. I just saw a trans woman that just got thrown into a fucking male prison who's terrified for her life, who has to fucking live in fucking solitary confinement, which is considered fucking torture under the fucking UN. She's not gonna dare go out into the fucking general population because she was born a man. She's no longer a fucking man. And this is the evil shit they're doing. But again, we have to take care of the fucking big things before we can even fucking, we can't spend all of our fucking energy fighting for her fucking rights right now. I would like to,
Sure.
But right now, we need fucking big things. We need fucking healthcare. We need fucking, general prison reform, which will fucking trickle on down to this person. But because the prison in this country is cruel and unusual and torturous and bullshit. And anyway, but that's another fucking podcast. So yeah, we keep falling for these little fucking things, and we have to stop falling for these little things. And then we need Democrats to fucking strategize properly for this next 4 fucking years. And I have thoughts on that, but I'll talk to you guys about that fucking shit later. So,
well, I will say, I think we're pretty right on with the thoughts that you have. I mean, like, until this last generation of fucking dust bags clears out, Pelosi denying AOC that chairmanship in favor of a 74-year-old with esophageal cancer. Get the fuck
Jerry
out of
Conway,
here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. And
why would
this is
Jerry
why.
even want the fucking job? Why wouldn't Jerry just want to spend fucking time with his fucking family with the time he's got left? This is not, quote unquote, a real survivable fucking cancer. So basically, he's been given a death sentence, and the Democrats are going to use him again in a bipartisan way with the Republicans to not get shit done for us.
Mhm.
And then he fucking dies. And but AOC could be there fighting for us for fucking the next 2 to 4 fucking years, but they don't fucking want that. They want to fucking, they know he will do exactly what they fucking tell him to do. Plus he's dying. Double bonus.
And
so
he's
we
got
don't even
no
get to fucking
health
get mad at him
insurance.
when he passes away. So
Yeah, fuck
dude,
that.
I'm
That's
tired of
bullshit.
these fucking games. I'm tired of fucking with these Democrats doing this bullshit, this traditional, institutional fighting. And Ellie Stahl just wrote a fucking fantastic article in Nation about trying to fight Republicans with institutions and institutionally. It just doesn't fucking work. You can't fucking sue Trump. You can't fucking impeach Trump.
Yeah.
You can't talk to the parliamentarian and go, this isn't allowed. You have to literally get out in the motherfucking streets like they do in third world countries and some first world countries,
France,
and fight these motherfuckers every time they do something horrible, not to the institutions, to the people, to LGBTQ or fucking black people or Jewish people or Muslim people. We need to fucking take to the fucking streets. So I recommend everybody read Ellie Stahl's fantastic article today in the Nation about.
You send me a link, I can
definitely
put it in the show notes. So we.
I think it's called Institutional Resistance is Futile is the name of the article. Ellie Stahl, The Nation. So he's talking about doing extrajudicial shit, fuck doing institutional shit. We have to get out in the fucking streets. We have to fucking fight. And oh, by the way, the biggest fucking point he made, which I agree with, and I hadn't thought about, is and he spoke directly to Richie Torres and John Fetterman in this part of the fucking article. We do nothing for MAGA. You don't vote for any of their goddamn cabinet picks. You don't vote for any of their fucking laws. You make them own everything they fucking do for the next 2 motherfucking years and do not help them in any way, shape, or form. Because if you do, you just done fucking lost the next fucking election, you dumb motherfuckers. It's time to fucking fight. And get the fuck out as a Democrat if you don't want to fucking fight, as far as I'm concerned. I'm fucking tired of this shit.
Well, we're at that point based on money. I mean, we're coming back to this shutdown based on the fact that you have a handful of billionaires that want the debt ceiling raised so that they can get more tax cuts. And in order to do that,
how fucked up is that?
And in order to do that, you have to cut Social Security, Medicare, which again has nothing to do with the budget. And we know that. Anybody that's
it adds 0 to the federal deficit.
Correct.
Yeah. And dude, if you're a billionaire, you don't even feel that tax bill. You don't even see it. It's like
a game. It's a game.
Yeah, who can hoard the most money? Like you remember Kroenke on the sidelines when the Rams were still here? Yeah. They used to have a little contest about who could find the cheapest rental car. Him and his fucking cheap ass toupee that he got at the dollar store.
And
his
president
he used to have a contest doing what? Explain this shit to me.
Cheapest rental car. Dave Williams? It wasn't Dave Williams. Who was the president?
Was it Zygmunt?
No, he was the GM. Slick guy that came in a suit and hung out with them.
Oh, what the fuck?
But yes, they would. The competition was who could get the cheapest rental car. You're talking about the president of a NFL team. You're talking about the owner. Well, he was minority owner at that point of an NFL team, and you're looking for the cheapest rental car.
Yeah, like it was a big game, a
That's
big
not-
fucking joke. Like,
That's not funny.
and you
No,
don't,
it's not
yeah,
funny at
it's
all.
sad. It's pathetic. And, you know, you don't want to pay you want more tax cuts. Like, you don't even feel that tax. You're people that never even see cash. You don't open your mail. You don't pay your own bills. Everything comes out automatically. You never feel it. You're just hoarding. Dude, it's no
Yeah.
difference than saving, you know, jars of
Mm.
piss and bags full of your toenail clippings.
thanks.
It's the same mentality.
It
These
reminds
people
me
are
of Bear
fucked up.
Grylls when he used to do that fucking show of his where he was out in fucking nature, like fucking,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But then it turns out he's helicoptering to a fucking resort in fucking Wailea in between takes and shit and sleeping and shit. He got caught for it. You guys don't remember that. I mean, it's just a fucking bait and switch, motherfuckers. The cheapest fucking car. Give me a fucking break.
Dude,
These
and we
people are
buy
fucking
into it too. We
stupid.
think these people are great because they're billionaires. No, they're shitty people.
For the record, I never cared for him. Okay,
Yeah.
it's never
And
my thing.
they aren't geniuses either. Before we even got on the air, I just sent Rob something I saw real quick about fucking Woody Johnson picking his players based on fucking Madden ratings or some shit. I didn't really get into it too much, but apparently,
It's teenage kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here's Woody Johnson
All right.
from the Johnson family.
Nepo
but-
baby, by the way, he didn't fucking build
Lucky
the
Sperm
fucking
Club
company.
member.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
So when they talked about trading for Jerry Jeudy, who's actually fifth, I want to say, in the NFL, and
the Browns
receiving
have
yards,
him now. That's our
Yeah,
guy.
dude, that guy's tearing it up.
Yeah.
his Madden numbers didn't match up. So apparently, even the GM last year, his name was Joe Douglas, I guess.
Just got fired recently. Yeah.
Yeah, and his Johnson's kids, Brick and Jack, would sit in on the meetings and they would compare stats. They also didn't want to bring in
Wait
a
a second.
lineman
One of
who
the
had
kids'
great
names is
success.
fucking Brick.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So look at Madden, look at the numbers, and then
Mm.
build your team. I mean, it's almost comical. Like, why
There's
do you
only
even
one player
have?
to pick. Obviously, it's Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. And he missed the first 9 weeks, and he played maybe 3 weeks. I love McCaffrey. I always
Mhm.
drafted him first in my draft. He was good for us 2 out of 3 years. He was amazing. My point is, it's a video game. You have the whole pro personnel department and college personnel department, and you're talking to his 2 fucking teenage kids telling you who to sign. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah. Well, and if you read into the
Mm.
story, you see like how the one, it was after Sella got fired, their first win under what's his name? Ulick, the new head coach. And there was a game ball to be awarded, right? Aaron Rodgers was going to award it to the head coach, first win.
Mhm.
And the fucking kid, Brick, came in and took over, grabbed the game ball and awarded it to, I forget who it was, but they said it just took all the air out of the room. They said it was a profanity-laced delivery of the game ball to somebody else. Dude, you don't even belong in there. That room after a game is not for you.
So Woody Johnson literally has no control over his fucking offspring to fucking control themselves from doing stupid shit like that.
Mhm.
Ridiculous.
That's
Just
not how you
what a
run a
shit
football
show.
team of men, just so you know.
For
But,
sure. And that's why they don't win.
good luck with that shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
ownership
Oh
matters.
my god,
It does.
it does matter.
Um,
Definitely.
I wanted to also, off of sports, come back to some stuff about the environment real quick.
Mhm.
Uncle Bill sent me something this morning. I wanted to start with just talking about a little bit about the Arctic tundra, which just real briefly, but it's stored. It would store, greenhouse gases, and Uncle Bill will tell you viruses for thousands of years.
Right.
Mhm.
Super. We'd store carbon
Mhm.
thousands of years. Now that stuff's melting.
Mhm.
The actual greenhouse gases that it's emitting is more than it's storing. And the only reason why I'm giving you this, climate change update on something that's really bad is because today, it was yesterday actually,
Yeah.
in Montana, the Supreme Court ruled 6-1, and these are the plaintiffs in this suit that was ruled on yesterday. The ages of the people that filed it were age 7 to 23 is what they're at now. But they won, claiming that climate change, air and water quality affects them, and they have a right to hold somebody responsible for it, which I thought was, in Montana, pretty breathtaking. There was a law in 2011 that was on the books that would not allow for discussion about climate change when they decided about new projects that had to do with energy.
Yeah.
Which the ruling yesterday was amazing. Moving forward, props to those 17 to 23-year-olds that really made it happen. It is their future. But I don't understand how you could have a law on the books in 2011. This isn't from like the 40s where you wouldn't discuss climate change when talking about power plants or anything with the environment. It's crazy. How's that not a factor?
Yeah. And, maybe if we'd have started having those serious discussions at that point, maybe we wouldn't be in the fucking leaky boat that we're in right now.
Well, and you have to be careful because corporations, remember that attorney Donziger who was sued Chevron on behalf of some tribe over, I don't know, it was in the Amazon or some shit. And some judge ended up throwing his ass in jail. Right now he's looking for a pardon from Biden. Because this fucking corporation had the power to buy a fucking judge who probably had stock in their fucking company to throw a fucking an attorney doing attorney shit in fucking prison. So what's Donziger's first name, producer Melissa? Do you remember? She'll look it up for me. But yeah, you guys should look up the case of Donziger.
I remember
these kids could possibly become a target if some Trump appointed judge decides to. Steven Donziger is the attorney that sued Chevron and ended up in fucking prison for it.
Well, so we have it already. Trump wants to go after the chick in Iowa, the pollster in Iowa that made him look bad. He's gonna, ABC gave him $15 million towards his
can you believe
inauguration because
and that was bullshit that they even caved on that.
That he's gonna come after them.
What's your definition of rape, America? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, they put the sexual assaulter in fucking the White House. So America doesn't seem to give a fuck very much.
No, they really don't.
Sadly.
Speaking technically, it was still rape. He forcibly stuck his penis inside her, but it did. New York had a weird variation of the definition of rape, so it didn't technically satisfy that version of the definition of rape. But dude, it was still rape.
Again, get us into the weeds about fucking Trump's fucking little mushroom cock so we don't get fucking healthcare. This is what the fuck they do.
And we're not going to go that direction.
Oh, I know. It comes natural to us. We want to start fucking debating this shit because you can't keep up with the fucking crazy shit this motherfucker does. Whether it's some sort of grift or some sort of sexual assault or some sort of past relationship with Jeffrey fucking Epstein. This guy's a fucking pig fucker, allegedly. And fucking
allegedly.
And we voted him right back in the office, not because people fucking love him, because Democrats are fucking assholes. And don't get me fucking all amped up about it, but my side just fucked us up so fucking bad. Yeah. And they're still fucking it up. And so I'm sitting here trying to give good advice to these fucking young people so they don't get stuck playing this fucking game with this fucking binary fucking choice of ours. And I don't know where to go with it because Hakeem Jeffries is fucking doubling down on how fucking important he seems to think he is. And Chuck Schumer certainly is too. And, like you said, they fucking short-shrifted fucking AOC for no fucking good reason because she's literally been fucking towing the line for these motherfuckers. It's her fucking turn. Yeah. We'll give it to the guy with esophageal fucking cancer. That makes sense.
I mean, what the fuck? It's ridiculous.
And that's what they get us talking about instead of fucking. And I want to talk about not Luigi so much, but the fucking conversation Luigi started. I'm still watching daily all the fucking healthcare fucking nightmares I'm seeing. Some guy right now just fucking on a fucking rant about fucking how I'm sorry. Melissa gave me I'm doing too many fuck signals. I say fuck too much. She's doing an F. Anyway, this dude literally is on this rant about how he went to the in-network doctor and somehow they ended up giving him a screen or something somewhere at a non-network thing, and now he owes $12,000 for a scan. Let's sort of like Rosen with your MRI. Owes $12,000, and it just came months after the fact. And he's explaining, I could fly to Paris, get this scan, stay in Paris for 3 months, fly home, and it would still be cheaper than the $12,000 they just charged me. And that's what I'm looking at every single day.
And wasn't that for the blood testing?
Could have been.
Because he went in there and they said, "Oh, you want to run some blood tests?" And he was like, "Oh, I thought it was part of it. I'm coming in here for the checkup." Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
They sent the blood test out
To
of
a
network.
non-network lab, which is a tactic, by the way. The shit they do on purpose, and someone's getting a kickback for that fucking nonsensical bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
And doctors shouldn't have to fucking work that hard to think about what lab do I have to send it to for this particular insurance. That's all bullshit too. We could
For sure.
alleviate a lot of fucking stress from a lot of fucking different areas from the top on down if we keep this story going. Thanks to Luigi's fucking bullet, who
Mhm.
apparently now is deemed as a terrorist.
Yeah.
The guy Daniel Perry choking out black people, he's a hero. A guy
Yeah.
that shoots the fucking piece of shit CEO that's stealing from us and letting people die because he has death panels. Now it's fucking terrorism. You see what the fucking elites are trying to do to all of us. None of us
Yeah.
fucking matter. If
Well,
you don't
the
have
whole-
$1 billion fucking dollars, watch out.
It'll hold everybody to a different standard when you attack a CEO or anybody that has.
Yeah,
work.
that's fucking bullshit.
It is. You shoot
A
up
life is a
school
life.
School shooter.
That would be terrorism. You're literally
absolute terrorism.
terrorizing.
Correct.
It's insane. To circle back, this is a person that we had talked about in the past, Giselle Pelicot. She was that woman in France who's
Oh yeah.
doing all
That
the
piece
video.
of shit husband.
An actual hero.
He did 20,000 videos of her. If you remember the story, the police came, questioned her. She had no idea.
No
and they
idea.
had to-
He's
she
drugging
thought
her
she had
every time.
Alzheimer's and that she was
Mhm.
on medication and she was forgetful. Meanwhile, her
Mhm.
husband was doping her. They showed her the video. She didn't recognize the woman until she saw like the nightstand and stuff. Anyway, long story short, he was convicted today. There were 70 men involved.
Congrats.
All of them got at least 3 to 15 years. The husband got 20 years.
Okay.
And they held all these people responsible.
Ooh,
Some of
imagine
them,
that.
yeah, some of them served enough time that they're out, maybe 2 of them. But the husband was really the one that needed this. I'm going to put her up because I find her to be a hero. She showed up in court every day and ate that sandwich. And she wanted those videos shown because these men were like, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought she was half asleep. Da 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 da." This is the husband pig.
It's not normal to bang someone who's half
Yeah.
asleep either, people, just so you know.
Well, and
So,
I won't even get into the description of what was happening, but you would have to have known. And that's why she was okay with having those videos shown, because she wanted these guys put away and she did it. She was a super brave and pretty much a hero.
now
Dude,
do
that's-
Epstein Island, motherfuckers.
Dude, put that graphic back up again real quick.
Which one? The guy?
Yeah.
Yes. He looks
Dude,
like
that
Gene
looks like-
Hackman on the
It
right.
looks like a horny Gene Hackman on the right.
Oh my God. Gene Hackman is a national treasure. Don't put his,
Yeah,
don't
don't you
associate
dare,
his name
Billy.
with French rapists.
I'm just saying.
It did look
Yes,
like him. I thought the same thing, but I like Gene
Ugh.
Hackman. I didn't want to go.
Who
there.
doesn't? We love Gene Hackman.
And to remind America, because I can do this because I'm biracial, that was white on white violence. So quit
Mhm.
acting like everybody fucking that's a criminal is fucking black. It's not true. So what else is going on?
Well, we have some sports coming up. We talked about a little bit about the bowl games that are cranking up, and a little
Yeah.
bit of pro football. We're getting towards
My
the end of
team's
the
playing
season.
in the fucking Pop-Tart Bowl. So
Is that what it is?
yeah.
Where is
So,
that?
In Florida, in Orlando. I think it's
Okay.
the day after, the day before the Cheez-It Bowl in the same stadium or some shit. They play
When you
back-to-back
traveled-
bowls there.
Didn't you go down to Orlando when you went with Bertha?
For the
and got
Cheez-It
stuff?
Bowl, and I think the next day they played the Pop-Tart Bowl or some shit like
Okay.
that. So yeah. So we're playing. What do you where's Pitt going?
The
They're going to the crap bowl.
toilet bowl.
They
Where's
lost
that?
5 straight. They are going somewhere.
You guys aren't going, are you?
No, if it wasn't Pitt, Iowa State, forget it.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah,
Pitt fucked that up.
I'm not going either.
Pitt is playing the day after Christmas in the game above Sports Bowl against Toledo, and that's in
Oh.
Detroit, the Motor City.
Oh no shit. Oh dude, they have dispensaries there. You sure?
Mhm.
You sure you don't want to meet me there? We could still party. That's close.
But if you're down for it,
I'm just
What,
saying,
what
man.
do you think about that?
Yeah. But yeah, I know these fucking crappy bowls. I don't know what's what anymore.
Well, and I
but I don't
think
want to go to
travel-
Florida either.
Travel's going to be pretty tough with middle of the week for all these holidays. It's
Sure.
gonna be
Oh.
brutal.
That reminds me. So they flexed the Chargers Broncos game from
Mhm.
Sunday to tonight,
Mm.
right? So I was reading something
Oh
about
my
it,
gosh, really?
and so the owners took a vote on it, and I think the vote was a couple of months ago, and because they want to be able to do it all the time now, and one of the owners, the guy from the New York Giants, Mara, was outraged. He's like, "This isn't right." And I'm like, "Okay, the owners are starting to get it because these fans book their tickets and make their plans in advance." I thought he was going to say something about the players. You can't like take these guys and make
Beat
them
'em up
prepare
like
for a
that,
Sunday
yeah.
game and then, oh yeah, hey, we're going to
Go
play
on
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
So I'm thinking, dumbass me, thinking, all right, somebody's finally speaking up for the. No, it was just for the fans, the ticket buyers.
Mhm.
It is pretty
Dude.
crazy.
That league does not give a shit.
They really don't.
They'll
No.
talk about player safety, but they do not give a fuck.
No, and they don't even go back and address former players that they had an entirely different collective bargaining agreement for. That they're just, these motherfuckers have CT, fucking Parkinson's, fucking Lou Gehrig's, and all those other
Mhm.
fucking. They just no, that didn't happen because of football. And your CBA says we get to fuck you over, so that's the way it is. No health
Yeah.
insurance for you. At least these guys get 5 years or something like that after football, so they can prepare themselves for getting fucked after 5 years if they don't have a
Well,
private insurance from someone.
Because it was
But,
2 years, right?
I wasn't 0 years for me. I went straight to Cobra.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no health insurance provided for me at all.
Well, the
after
game that is played is if you decide to not announce your retirement, right? They would still cover you even if you're not on a team, or no?
Yeah, but then you want your severance paid too, your severance
Yeah.
check. So you don't get your severance check until you retire. So you're gonna let them hold on to your $90,000, $200,000 and fake like you're not going to play for a couple of years. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing now, but I don't even know if you could do that back in my fucking day. I mean, I knew I was fucking done. They knew I was fucking done. I was fucking. My body was destroyed. So I don't know if I could have faked like I was continuing on or not.
And
So,
that severance pay, like, how does that come about? Like, was that a percentage, or how did they take care of that?
I don't know. You pay fucking so much in every fucking year, and then they just keep the fucking money and give it back to you at the end. And I don't know if
Is it based on your salary though? I mean, a
I think
guy
it's like $10,000 for every. I said $90,000 because I played 9 years. I believe that was my check. It was $10,000 every year of service or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know how they fund it because that money went straight to paying for my kids' private high school and shit. It's just immediately. So all those fucking extra checks I got right out of the NFL went to all my kids' private education, and I still paid fucking motherfucking property taxes and didn't sit there and bitch and say my kids need equestrian lessons. So I should get some of this fucking tax dollars because they go to private schools like you motherfuckers do today. You're cheating the fucking system. Shame on you. If you have the fucking money, you should be paying the fucking property taxes. And if you send your kids to private school, that's a fucking choice to game the system the way you're fucking gaming it and take shit away from fucking people.
Those are vouchers, Gene. They're vouchers.
You're vile.
Buddy.
Yeah.
No. You're vile for that shit. You guys have you're not going to fucking heaven if you actually believe in that shit. I mean, first of all, if you believe in that shit, you're fucking dumb. And secondly, you're not going to heaven if it's fucking real, because that's vile. That's vile behavior to take something that you don't fucking need that somebody else fucking needs. I don't care what it is. You just don't do that shit. It's just greed. How the fuck is greed good?
It's that hoarding mentality.
It's horrible. So
it is
but
horrible.
Whatever.
It's beyond horrible.
And you did see Luigi's back in New York.
Yes.
They made quite a display with Luigi.
They're perp walking him all over the place, right?
Perp walk. It's like ridiculous.
While people are taking pictures and we're selling T-shirts like Trump sold T-shirts that say fucking free Luigi with his mugshot. Why shouldn't we fucking do it?
Yeah,
especially young.
The more they parade him around, the more it keeps it in the public eye. The more it keeps it on the radar.
True.
Which
he's
that's
innocent
fine.
until proven guilty. That's
right.
That's what it is. If you guys don't like that shit, John Fetterman and Richie Torres and all you fucking pussies that are protecting corporate CEOs, too bad.
And how the fuck did John Fetterman go from being a guy who was the mayor of Braddock, right? A town that was devastated by the collapse of the steel industry outside of Pittsburgh, devastated, and played a big role and bringing that town back to life, right? His wife's an artist. How did he go from that guy to all of a sudden now he's just a corporate shill and just a corporate Democrat? That's the most disappointing thing. That guy knows better.
I agree. And did
He
it come
totally
from,
fucking knows better.
is it the APEC angle? I mean, is it just money for him? What do you think, Gene?
I guess so.
I mean, you could get money from lots of places. I don't know if he was duping us. I don't know if the stroke rewired those mashed potatoes for brains he has. And yeah, I'm going to say I'm not making fun of stroke victims. I'm making fun of that stroke victim.
That particular one.
And if you don't like it, too bad. I've had plenty of jokes told about my ass in the last 56 years. Deal with that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm not inside Fetterman's head. All I think about when I see Fetterman or a goddamn JD Vance is, like me, you motherfuckers have kids of color. You have brown fucking kids. And you're not even thinking about that when you're spewing some of the fucking hateful shit you fucking spew, especially on fucking Palestinians or fucking whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you like it done to your fucking kids? Because they're a fucking different color, or they came from a different fucking background, or they're half this or half that or whatever. So, it's to me, it's bad parenting. I'll just chalk it up to that. John Fetterman, you're a bad parent because you have kids of color, and you should fucking be thinking with a more expanded mind than your mashed potato brains will fucking allow you. And I really hope it's not just about fucking money and greed and your own fucking interest. And if he does have delusions of grandeur of running for president,
never happen
right now.
Never going to happen.
It's going to take you a fucking hour and a half just to fucking give a 10-minute speech. Nobody has time for that fucking teleprompter fucking nightmare. Roll it back.
It just seemed like he went from a guy, and I'll put up this photo here. Here's a guy in shorts. He had his hoodie on. He seemed like he was getting it. He seemed like, I don't care. It's not about what I wear. It's about, policy, da-da-da-da-da. Here he is again. He's in his shorts at the, underground Capitol doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, and yeah, maybe it's the stroke, but he has gone 180. I mean, I can't support the guy at all. And I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm all about where he came from. But what are you doing, man? I mean, the shit he says and the MAGA support is just over the top, and it's not anything that I could even rationalize.
Yeah, it's totally unfathomable.
You're always going to have a Kristen Sinema or a Joe Manchin in that Democratic Party until we realize
they still voted against working class.
Yeah,
that's the only roll call they fucking came to. At least her.
Dude, they're just fucking trolls. I don't know what their problem is. They're just fucking trolls.
We're always going to have that problem in the Democratic Party until our Democratic Party weeds those motherfuckers out. They're so busy weeding fucking the woke mind virus out of their fucking party, which are all their fucking voters, by the way. That they've all but fucking destroyed themselves because we're not a center-right nation. We live our lives like fucking liberals. We want to smoke weed. We want to drink. We want to watch fucking free porn. You know what I mean? We have free will to do what we fucking want. And Tim Walz was right when he just said, mind your own fucking business. And that's how fucking Republicans actually want to fucking live their lives. If you ask them to wear a mask, watch them go ape shit on your ass. So don't fake it. We all want to fucking live our own fucking lives our own way. But these motherfuckers, I don't know, dude. I just don't have a fucking answer.
Well, and the thing that's so infuriating to me is, the minute Obama was elected in his first term, the Republicans under Mitch McConnell got together and said, we're going to make him a one-term president. We are going to oppose anything and everything that comes up.
We could do
and
that.
They still do. And the Democrats won't do it. Oh, well, we're going to reach across the aisle because we're the party of reason. No, you're the party of suckers and chumps.
You're going to meet with Elon Musk because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
You're a fucking cuck, Fetterman. You're a fucking cuck, Torres. If you meet with that fucking guy, you've all but given in to that bullshit. And that means you're not with the fucking people. And Bernie Sanders was right. It is a fucking class war. Start listening to that motherfucker.
It is. And get on the right side of it. Fucking Susan Collins. Well, I'm just very disturbed at this, but I'm going to go along.
Fuck that. We get along with the class war. We're pissed off. Come aboard with us or fuck off. We're not voting for you. Fuck you.
Well, and it's already started. I mean, Bernie's come out several times talking about this oligarchy. It's really hard to avoid the facts when you're talking about this kind of wealth and this kind of influence. And then obviously our government's so messed up that it's easy for them to sprinkle money around and make shit happen that they want. You talked about free porn. it starts already. There's going to be states that are banning Pornhub. Not that I'm for or against, but I'm for free choice.
Actually, Pornhub is banning Florida because Florida wrote in some kids under the age of whatever can't click on this porn, and they have no way to stop. Pornhub has no way to stop 13-year-olds from watching porn. In Florida passed some stupid, archaic, dumbass dystopian law. So Pornhub literally said January 1st, 2025, we are no longer providing Pornhub in Florida. So in Florida's case, they did it to them damn selves.
Well, and I thought it was because they didn't want you to have to put in your information to verify your date.
Yeah, they want to do some dystopian, like, I'm going to fucking Big Brother your ass shit. And Pornhub wasn't fucking having it. Like, mind your own fucking business or fuck you. We're not going to provide this fucking service for you. You're going to have to wait until the next RNC in whatever city that's in so you can run fucking buck wild, because that's
only going to crash Tinder. That doesn't do anything for the headers.
Oh, that crashed them all. There's some straight guys.
Tinder or Grindr?
The Republicans.
Oh, it was Grindr.
Oh, Grindr.
Grindr. My bad.
Right.
Thanks, Uncle Bill.
Mm-hmm. Talking about you, Rick Perry, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
fuck. You can't make this shit up.
I mind my business. I don't care what you're doing with your fucking pickle, but they want to be all up in our fucking business and get us fighting about the 10 trans athletes out of the 550,000 athletes in the United States of America that play college sports. So, you know, we gotta stop all that nonsense. It's never going to fucking work. It's a winning formula for them. It's a losing formula for us. The class war is the winning formula, and Bernie Sanders, quite frankly, is getting old.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have
keep
to take
him
the
going.
fucking mantle, for him, and we need some new fucking young progressive politicians that are going to say the same shit he's saying. And we need more than one.
I feel like the generations behind us, and I won't be specific on which ones, but I think they do have enough adrenaline to actually make some change. I think they will step into this. They are the ones, again, with that ruling in Montana, they pushed this. And again, Montana, if you have 6 out of 7 Supreme Court justices in Montana agreed with them, it seems like that's a win-win.
I love your hope. I love your hope. And
listen, I've got great hope because I know that they're not going to eat this shit sandwich toasted or chilled or fried because it's still a pile of shit. And I just feel like
a giant steaming pile.
They're watching this and it's just unacceptable. And I don't think they're going to bend over and take this. So I am hoping, and I do hope that, again, us giving out information, us trying to be that bridge to keep it simple. We are not going to go down in the weeds. We're not going to object to somebody who's transitioning that they have to be by themselves and can't participate in this, that, or the other. That's not where it's at. When we stick to healthcare and we stick together, when we stick to wealth inequality, when we stick to supporting unions,
civil liberties,
all good stuff.
It all trickles down to us, and it all shits on the oligarchs. They are trying to take all these fucking things away from us.
Yeah.
Turn us to some sort of goddamn militarized fucking cop city fucking police state, motherfuckers. Beat up on cop cities if you don't believe that shit. And they're trying to put them all in fucking blue cities, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fucking
pay
bullshit.
attention.
And I'm
if
sure
you
you saw
protest
Bezos,
against it, it's a terrorist action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure you saw Bezos was down in Mar-a-Lago himself.
Whilst his fucking the New York fucking Teamsters were trying to fucking unionize, and the unionized NYPD Blue starts fucking arresting them and beating the shit out of them and fucking stealing their property and shit. You can't make this shit up. If you're not going to support all the fucking unions, then fuck cop unions too. And fuck firefighter unions. You can't just pander to 2 fucking unions politicians, Fetterman and fucking Richie Torres. We know what the fuck you're up to. You can't just fucking pander to those motherfuckers. It's either all unions or fuck you. Why the fuck should cops have a fucking union if fucking Amazon can't have one?
Sure.
It's ridiculous. So, that's where I'm at.
People forget how influential unions were for the workforce. They kept them from having to work 7 days a week.
Created a fucking middle class.
Correct. Yeah. They made age limits,
which is what most of us are going to be our whole fucking lives or aspire to fucking be. Quit trying to be a fucking Kardashian, you dumb twats. It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, it is not going to work for you.
Labor.
Right.
Which apparently in some states they're trying to bring back. Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fucking Kardashian, God damn it. Me and Melissa were watching the iHeartRadio Christmas special last night because, We don't watch the news anymore. We just do not put it on that channel. And Paris Hilton's 40-year-old ass was on. She popped a couple vowel tracks, and then she got on the stage and started fucking talk singing one of her fucking hit songs, apparently. Nobody in the audience knew the words, and you could tell the audience knew all the young people fucking songs because they were just fucking jamming out to everybody from Teddy Swims to whoever. But she comes on, nobody fucking knows the words to her song, but they're politely fucking clapping and shit.
Like, who's she?
And it's like, yeah, I was like thinking, this does not fit in this fucking scene right now. And I thought she was a fucking DJ. Now all of a sudden she's a fucking singer.
Well,
I hate the bitch anyway because people will forget this, but I never forget when someone drops the N-word. Her and her fucking sister dropping the N-word in one of their fucking reality television fucking shows years ago, and they just got away with it. Fuck you, cunt. Say it to my fucking face, you non-singing asshole. But anyway,
listen,
your old
if
ass.
Laura Trump can be a performing
God.
singer.
That's just
Granted, it was
mean,
Tom Petty's song, but
I don't even know what that is. That is oligarchy run amok. When
it's ridiculous. Well, she could be your next. She could be your next senator from Florida or the congressperson.
Exactly why I'm not going to the fucking
Florida
goddamn bowl game in Florida because I just can't deal with that state. It's just
I hope to never ever have to set foot in that state again.
not for a while because they're a mess and people
need
are
to
flocking
around
to
a
that
little bit.
state, literally moving. The MAGAs are moving to that state because of the shit DeSantis does. So you
And it
definitely
will be underwater. So hey,
yeah, you don't want to be there unless you can somehow make money off those MAGAs for a few years and get the fuck out. So
Well, keep in mind the MAGAs think that the water is rising, sea levels are rising an eighth of an inch over 1,000 years. What are we worried about?
That's not going to stop me.
Aren't they going to be surprised?
Creating the MAGA condom.
What's that?
You know, we're gonna create the MAGA Trump condom, and we're gonna sell it to all the MAGAs. The MAGA Magnum.
The MAGA bag. It's a fucking used balloon.
Sadly, it won't fit any of those guys, but
we got to find a way to. It doesn't matter. They think it fits.
It keeps falling off.
They mostly fucking fist whoever they're with anyway. So I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Anyway, we're gonna spit
those old dicks even get hard.
They're all concentrated in Florida now in the South. So we have to figure out some marketing and shit. 3 liberals get together and sell these idiots some like really racist shit for a few years and make some money off them.
Yeah.
Why not? You know?
I agree. Why not?
So,
Yeah,
we got to deal with them.
We'll take it.
Might as well make some money off them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure. That is the American way, isn't it?
apparently, greed and grift and fucking couches, and you become
And
vice
voting against your
president.
own best interest.
Yeah.
Just because.
We'll have to see how this government shutdown comes about. People are pretty concerned just because of the holidays. People will be furloughed. People will stop getting paid. Don't worry, TSA will still be at the airport, but they won't be getting paid. So
It still hasn't translated into Democrats owning the Congress for 50 years, though. That shows you how little the Democrats are fucking actually doing to make our lives whole. That these guys can do this horrible shit and people will forget in 18 months and fucking be voting them fucking back into some bullshit. So
they certainly forgot 5 years ago when this went down, and it wasn't pretty. But
I forgot about COVID, apparently.
Stack of money's this high, it doesn't really affect you. It's not on your radar.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget bird flu's coming.
Right. By the way, gas prices are low as shit right now. Who's fucking president, motherfuckers? You seem not to care. You seem to only fucking care about what the fuck you care about when you care about it. It's all made up bullshit.
Well, you want to go that route. Since Trump was at the New York Stock Exchange, the markets have been in the fucking toilet.
Right.
Yesterday they were down over 1,000 points. Not what we're going to focus on, but again, everything this guy touches turns to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be karma, probably.
Could be.
Yeah.
Which is more believable than their spook god, which Trump doesn't believe in anyway. So
yeah. Trump thinks he is God.
Does he? And that's another thing we have to do a show sometime. We all know presidents are fucking narcissists, right? All of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we ever talk about how they're fucking psychopaths and sociopaths? Like, seriously, dude, this guy is, and a psychopath and a sociopath, medically speaking, aren't any different, except for a psychopath is more likely to do some bad shit to people. He doesn't have a fear of fucking people up and hurting them.
Sure.
Sociopaths aren't necessarily going to be violent towards you. Psychopaths, there's a possibility. So, but
Yeah.
technically they're the same fucking thing. What's Trump? It doesn't even matter if he's a psychopath or a sociopath. Why don't we ever talk about it? Why don't Democrats just go, gee, clinically, this guy's a fucking sociopath, and here's how. I mean, we talk about narcissism. Narcissism just goes right over people's fucking head. Either they don't know what it means, or they think it's fucking some fucking term of endearment in this country. So I don't fucking know. I just, it's crazy how we don't talk about some of the psychopaths and sociopaths we have.
Well, we might have to look into a deep dive because I think that would be interesting. Going
Ron DeSantis, you think that dude's normal? I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. That guy's
His
fucking
little white go-go
nut
boots.
job. I mean, my God, he's fucking eating onion sandwiches and walking up behind people with fucking ice picks, you know,
Well,
while
when he
wearing
ran
a
for-
trench coat.
You
half
saw when he ran
naked.
for president how he associates with the general public. It was cringeworthy and uncomfortable.
Eats
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
pudding with his fucking fingers when there's no fucking spoon. Just does crazy shit. And we don't talk about psychopaths.
The only
and
thing
sociopaths.
crazier was his old lady.
Oh God,
Yeah, she's from Ohio, so don't get Melissa started. My producer, Melissa, every time one of these nut jobs is from fucking Ohio, she just, it crushes her a little bit. So
It's crushing.
she's a
crushing.
Disney queen. She wants to be a Disney princess, had a Disney wedding, and wants to be Jackie O. And she has her own grift too, like much like Lara Trump or all of, she's making money somehow off of
All these
Florida
people are,
government.
man. They're
it's
sick.
So
They are sick.
we can't go
Well, just
now.
for the
We'll get
record,
arrested. We just talk shit on them. We can't go to the fucking Pop-Tart Bowl now. They'll
Let's just
definitely
pop her
arrest
up there real quick.
Well, and she had all of her
lady.
information scrubbed off the internet, so you
Mhm.
can't find out anything about her.
us. Mhm.
It's true. And look, isn't this how you like to give your old lady a kiss?
She looks
endearing.
through.
No, not at all. It doesn't look like it looks like a partnership. So like Trump and Melania, like they're a corporation together. You know,
It's so
Mhm.
true.
this is all bullshit. You know, he probably cut a hole in a sheet and got her pregnant. He didn't actually want to physically touch her because he's a fucking nut job. He's probably afraid of germs.
What
and
was
shit.
it? It wasn't a shaker. What was it?
Soaker.
Oh,
Soaker.
a soaker. We would be the shakers while they were soaking.
Yeah.
So you pay me if you're Mormon to come up behind you and shake the shit out of you while you're with your girlfriend, and I'll do it vigorously.
I thought it
maybe
was funny too
$1,000.
because
For as long as it takes.
we had this discussion Monday after hockey, and Lena was aware. I misspoke, and she corrected me, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was impressive that she knew.
We'll have to get her back out here.
Mhm.
For sure.
Well,
Wow, Lena's awesome.
We came to the end of our time today.
Okay.
Well, let's end on a positive note that
I'm listening.
officially the murder hornet has been eradicated. So our long national nightmare is over.
No fucking way. Explain this shit to me before we leave, because that thing terrifies me. What
I don't
happened?
know. I didn't read the article. I saw the headline.
What?
So
Oh, jeez.
Oh, now I got to go read an article.
About
All
the
right.
murder hornet.
I hope you're
Rob will
correct.
pull it up.
Because those things were just traveling across the country.
Terrifying. I mean,
Eradicated.
yeah. Oh my God.
Good.
One less thing to worry about.
All right, I'll read up on it, and you guys read that Ali Mastal article. And Keith Olbermann had a few things to say about fucking MSNBC and cable TV too. Not that I'm going back to it. That thing looks terrifying. That
I
hornet.
mean, seriously. How do you get a
Mhm.
name like Murder Hornet unless you're like a murderer?
It goes into beehives and fucking rips the
And
head off all the
murders them
fucking murder. All
I
the
mean, is
bees.
this even real? Look at the size of that thing in that guy's hand.
That
Oh,
can't be real. There's
That's
no
not
way.
real.
Are
It's
I mean,
about
that
a
is
quarter
fucking
that
insane.
size.
you
I would
sure?
think. Yeah, that's
All
not
right.
fucking
What
real.
about this one? Here's a couple of them going at it. Does that seem more realistic?
There you go.
Yeah, I can
that's a
see
murder
that.
hornet. No, that's
Ah,
definitely the right size.
Okay.
Look at
But
those
I'm glad.
things.
Yeah, the only I don't even know why I know this stupid information, but again, you can Google me. The only defense mechanism the honeybees could come up with is jumping on top of the hornet once it jumped into their nest, and they started flapping their wings because they can stand a higher temperature than the hornet can, and they would
Ah.
cook the hornet under the fucking pile of fucking bees.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And that was their defense mechanism to killing these things off. That's what they adapted to once
That's
they got
awesome.
into this country. So
The visual here is that it's 2 inches long.
Mhm.
that's pretty fucking long, dude.
Yeah.
It's bigger than Trump's dick.
So Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That's
And
bad.
Trump doesn't
Alleged
have
dick.
that curvature. He has Peronis and a mushroom dick. So
All right. No
allegedly.
visual with that, fellas. But
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna draw it right now and send it to you. But anyway, read the Oberman Ellie Mistal thing, and thank God for the murder hornets. And
I'll try and put a link up in the show notes to that article in the Nation. All right.
we're
Okay,
going
sounds
right?
good.
Saturday.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right. I appreciate your time today. Nice job, and hope to see you on Thursday.
All right, fewer fucks on
Saturday.
Saturday, not
We'll work
Thursday.
on it.
Today's Thursday. Working
Yeah.
on the fucks. Too many fucks.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you
Okay.
later.
Fuck.
That's your last one. See you, buddy.